Hi everyone, day 31 of my live 77-day video challenge, Heart and Soul with Evelyn. Now, I have been talking about business and social sororities, fraternities in universities. So I did a little bit of research because as I was talking yesterday, I realized I didn't understand or know why all of these Greek organizations, why they were actually called Greek names. So for instance, the business fraternity I was in was Phi Chi Theta, and the social sorority my girlfriend was in was Alpha Phi. And I had no idea, and so I thought I'm going to research that. So I've researched that for you. And I found that the first group to call themselves by this sort of Greek alphabet was Phi Beta Kappa, which started in 1776. And Phi Beta Kappa is an academic honor society and is highly respected for its focus on scholarly achievement and intellectual values. Now, this started at the College of William and Mary, which is the second largest higher education in the USA, located in Williamsburg, Virginia, founded in 1693. And of course, the oldest is Harvard University, located in Cambridge, Massachusetts, which was established in 1636. Just in case you didn't know, I actually didn't know, but I want to sound smart. Now, why did they call them these Greek letters? So, as much as I could summarize, is that, back this was the 1776, students admired ancient Greece for its big ideas about learning and democracy. So using Greek letters felt special and important, and often the letters would stand for secret phrases or mottos that only the members knew. So sort of a secret society, like if you joined, it was a secret society. Now, this made the groups feel exclusive and mysterious, and also and it was like you're being part of a secret club. It also helped them to stand out from other college clubs. So that is why they sort of adopted these Greek letters. So it's more fraternities and sororities, social, and then business fraternities. They kept using Greek letters just to show that they were part of the same tradition. Now, I had no idea about this, so I thought that was quite interesting. So over time, the Greek life became the nickname for these groups because of the letters that they used. Even today, Greek letters they're a way for these groups to honor their history and show pride for their values. And they also remind members that they are part of something big and meaningful, connecting the past to the present. So what I wanted to talk about now is I was part of a business fraternity. Now, a business fraternity, like professional fraternities, it depended what you majored in. So I minored in business, and I could only really join one business fraternity because that was the only one that accepted minors at that time. So I majored in communications, public relations, and I minored in business. So at that time, I was only able to join the business fraternity called Phi Chi Theta because they accepted minors. The other business fraternities that accepted only majors was Alpha Kappa Psi and Pi Sigma Epsilon. So they were also business fraternities. Now, there are other professional fraternities. I'm going to be testing you. No, I'm not, but just out of curiosity. So the educational professional fraternity was called Phi Delta Kappa. The chemistry professional fraternity was Alpha Chi Sigma. And one of the law fraternities was called Delta Theta Phi. So if you are listening now and you are part of one of these professional fraternities or social fraternity sororities, actually pop it in the chat and tell me which one you were a part of. Now, a lot of these professional fraternities were centered around professional development and hiring in, scholars to speak in that particular field and the like. So, and then we were also involved in social and community sort of engagement with our groups. And that was sort of what the process was called when you like joined a fraternity. And it was the same terminology. So with social and professional fraternities, sororities, you would have the rush. It was called the rush. The rush sort of, this is the promotion of your business fraternity or social sorority fraternity. And a lot of the social fraternity, you could actually go to their social house. So some sororities and fraternities, they had houses. For instance, this is the AD Pi, Alpha Delta Pi house at University of Texas. So you're able, Texas State University, it's changed its name. So this is the house that a lot of sorority, once you joined a sorority and you were accepted in, you could live in the house. So that was one of the benefits of being in a social sorority. Now, it sort of had the same recruitment process. You'd go through the rush, it was all called Rush, where it is, you check out the different social sororities, fraternities, you attend events. Like for me, when I joined my business fraternity, we had to dress up in business attire, and we went to, I can't remember exactly where we went to, but I think we went to like a restaurant, but we were dressed quite formally, and we had just met all of the members to get to know them. And that's what you do with the social sorority as well. And then if the organization decides that they want you, they bid for you. So this sounds a bit horrible, doesn't it? They bid for you. It sounds like an auction. But social sororities and fraternities do, because everyone that comes in, they can't have everyone, join their sorority fraternity. So they'll say, oh, hey, we want to bid for you to join our sorority. So, but we didn't do that with the professional fraternities. I mean, we accepted everybody. They accepted everybody as long as you paid your dues, which they all had dues. And then if you accepted the bid, the fraternity sorority would come back and say, hey, we want you. And then you'd say, yes, I want to be a part of this organization. Then the newbies, they would be something called pledges. So we were pledges. And this phase was about learning about, the organization's history, the values, their tradition. So I had to learn a little bit about the history of Phi Chi Theta. If you're in a social sorority fraternity, you'd learn about that sort of background as well. And then you go through initiation. You go through a process of initiation. After the initiation, you become an active member. Now, there's a lot of mainstream movies out there which can really scare you. So I suggest if you're interested, all you have to do is watch the trailer. There is a movie out, it's called GOAT, G-O-A-T, like the animal, came out in 2016, and it's with Nick Jonas. And it shows sort of the hazing that some fraternities can get up to. Hazing meaning just sort of the pranks they put up to the pledges, to the newbies who want to join. You just need to watch the trailer. That was enough to make me upset for the for the rest of the week. So just watch the trailer, GOAT 2016. That kind of shows the fraternity, like the dark side of the fraternity. Not that this happens, but who knows? It's a secret society, isn't it? They also have lots of comedies. The House Bunny, that's really funny. Just have to watch the trailers. They're quite funny, and that just shows. This one particular one's about a former Playboy bunny who becomes a house mother for a struggling sorority. So it's really, really funny. So just watch that. Watch the trailer if you want. The House Bunny, 2008. Of course, Legally Blonde, with Reese Witherspoon, Selma Blair. It shows a little bit of her sorority life at the beginning of the movie. And of course, the iconic Animal House. 1978, Kevin Bacon, John Belushi, David Sutherland, Tim Matheson also shows just the hilarious portrayal of fraternity life and college antics. So that is kind of the process. I hope I've explained that well, and thank you, Lou, for being here. I hope that wasn't too confusing. I know you'll let me know that it was. So with professional and business and social sororities, fraternities, there was the same process involved The first one was the rush, where you go and introduce yourself and go to the house, the sorority house, fraternity house, or go to an event, introduce yourself, depending on what major you are. And then if that organization or if that sorority likes you, they put in a bid. It sounds horrible, but that's what they do. They put in a bid, say, hey, we like you. We want you to join us. And then you accept the bid. If you accept the bid, that means you're a pledge. And you are a pledge. You're a pledge for that semester, because there's spring rush and there's fall rush. So you're a pledge for that semester. You get initiated into the club, and then you're an active member of the club. So I hope that explains it. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Lou. And if for those watching later on, let me know what professional organizations you were in that kind of had that process as well. And yeah, that would be fantastic. And what social sororities you were in, all that jazz, and what university you went to, that would be great. And thank you so much. And thank you so much, Lou, for watching. This is day 31 of my 77-day video challenge. This is Heart and Soul with Evelyn.